Hi guys, good morning. It's good to see you right here on Your World. It's Wellness Wednesday. And if you know, every single Wednesday we talk about anything and everything health and wellness and lifestyle and nutrition and all the good stuff, okay? But today we'll be talking about stretch therapy. I know most of us, when we're thinking about stretch, we just think it's the you know, and then the But is that all it takes when it comes to stretching? Well, we'll find out when we continue with the conversation this morning, because we're looking at the art of stretching. Find flexibility, find freedom. Okay, so I'm really excited about today's conversation, and that is why we address the way we addressed, okay? Because we will be stretching today on the show, and we'll also learn so much more as far as stretching is concerned. So what you need to do is find some space in your house, okay? And then find comfortable clothes, because when we start stretching, I'd want us to stretch together, okay? But if you have any question, you know the drill by now. At NTV Kenya across all board is how you can reach us. Ask any question that you have, any concern, because the panel today is the right panel, okay? To discuss anything and everything, stretching, mobility, flexibility, all the good stuff, okay? So our guests are already here, but before you meet them, we have a question for you this morning, and the question is very simple, okay? The question goes, do you make time to stretch, or does your day run non-stop? I know I pretty much can preempt the answer to this, okay? Do you make time to stretch, or does your day run non-stop? That is the question that we're asking you this morning at NTV Kenya across all board. It's how you can reach us at Lubembe_Winnie is how you can tag me as well. And if you want to call in and probably let us know your feedback, do so. We're live, or better yet, use our WhatsApp number 0112-500-400 and tell us, do you make time to stretch, or your day is constantly on the go, okay? So we'll also look at your feedback as you can view with the conversation, but my guests are already here. I am really scared to butcher your name on my immediate left. Do you want to just say the first one?
Launil.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll be saying other things for the coach Parpar. Onyancha, you are a stretch trainer. Karibu sana. Good to have you on the show. Karibu sana. And we also have Fabian Nyorita, who is a stretch, I don't want to say stretch therapy model guide. Because I want to believe there is something that led you to seek stretch therapy, you know, sessions,
Yes.
which you let us know as we continue with the conversation. And I promise you guys, she's not being bullish with her glasses, okay? The lights are too bright. The lights are too bright, and we do not want to make things worse for you. So thank you for making the time. Karibu sana. And we also have Gadi Onyango Okelo, who is a stretch therapist. Karibu sana. I see you uko, but it's good to see you. How are you feeling today? Are you okay?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
I'm feeling blessed.
Okay.
Yes.
Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
Let's just start with you.
Right.
Stretch, okay? Because most of the time when we think about stretching, we just think it's the, you know, we're told amka kidogo, tembea paka pale kwa dispenser, get some water, stretch up hivi kidogo, it's good for you.
Yeah.
But it goes beyond just that, right?
It goes
so can
beyond,
we start with the basics, stretching? Why is it important, and the art of it?
Why is it important? You see, our bodies are built to move to a particular range of motion.
Okay.
We are meant to move, bend, tilt. There's a way our joints and our muscles are supposed to move. And so there's a science behind it, whether you are working out or whether you're not working out. You will at some point get very stiff if you're not able, or you're not moving the way you were created to move.
Okay.
And so we come in to address that, to educate people on how and where and what to do, you know. And so that's what I do.
Yeah, that's what you do. And it's a whole lot, you know, because again, like you said, if you don't move, then your body becomes stiff. And then when your body becomes stiff, it brings a whole lot of complications, challenges, problems, right?
Yeah.
So we'll also talk about that in just a second. But for you as a stretch trainer, okay, so what is it that entails, say stretch training? Is it that we don't know how to stretch, maybe how to stretch right?
When it comes to strength and conditioning, which is more so my niche, it's important to stretch for various reasons. Just like Gardy said, your body is designed to move across a particular plane of motion. And the beauty of anatomy is the way our bodies are designed. If you expose your body to a certain environment and certain habits, your body adapts.
Okay.
And the opposite is also true. If you don't do something, your body gets used to not doing it, just as a form of adapting. So when it comes to training, this is in regards to weight training, whether your goals are fat loss or you're trying to build muscle. It's important to stretch because, of course, it helps reduce the risk of injury.
Yes.
And if you want to train efficiently, you need to make sure you're maximizing your range of motion.
Yeah.
That has to do with your joints and your muscles. And the best way to go about that is stretching.
Okay.
So the stretches you do pre-workout and the stretches you do post-workout. And they're both equally important.
Yeah. And does then the how vary, say, from workout to workout? Say, for example, we want to go and do Zumba, like we used to do at VMX with Beckham. So is say the stretch pre and post different from, say, someone who's going for like strength and conditioning, or
well, if I were to narrow everything down to what exactly you're planning to do for the day,
okay,
I would say if you're going in for a dance, yes, you do need to stretch, but it's more so it's very generalized.
Okay, it's like wake up your muscle.
Just to get your blood flowing and everything. But if you're training for strength, or if you're heading in for a weight session, depending on which exact muscle group you're training that particular session, it'll determine which movements you do for stretching.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have different joints, we have different muscles. If you're going in for chest day, it only makes sense to train the joints that support your chest muscles.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I see that.
Yeah.
I see that. We'll come back and explore more on again, like you said, the hows and the wheres. You stretch pre and post workout.
Absolutely.
But for you, Nyorita, like I said, there's a reason why. Why you're here today to help us really understand, not just talk about stretch, but also we'll be doing some practicals, in the second hour of the conversation. But yeah, how were you doing before? Why did you sort of like seek, their services?
So I was almost obese at some point. I was 20 kilograms heavier.
Really?
So he's been my trainer, and also we graduated into stretch therapy when I started doing weightlifting.
Okay.
So I lost 20 kilograms of weight, and I think he was noticing that now when he was trying to tone me up, there were some movements I was limited in, because he would want to graduate me to higher weights as they do. So then he introduced the concept to me, and I noticed that when we do the stretches, I'm able to lift better, and I don't feel so much pain after.
Okay.
And that's the reason I've been particular about following up with.
Yeah. So what are some of the things that probably you couldn't do or you were struggling to do, and say like on a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah, when I met him,
was it? Yeah.
I couldn't even like bend to touch my toes. It was a very funny thing,
Okay.
Like just bend like this, which is so sad.
Yeah.
And then with time, we managed to get me there, and then I couldn't like do splits, so.
Wait, you're able to do splits?
Yeah, at least now I can do splits, So it feels good.
Yeah.
Also, when you're just at home and you're trying to lift stuff, you feel comfortable doing it. You don't lift, then you're like, oh. So
yeah,
I'm functional now.
She's functional.
Yeah,
she's functional. Yeah. No, but it's a good thing that you're bringing up that point, because you see, when we're talking about stretch, we don't just talk about stretch pre and post workout, but even in our day-to-day, lives, because say you want to lift your baby, you want to carry things from, place A to, right? Yeah. So can we talk about just the day-to-day? Yes, we'll talk about the pre and post workout a little bit, but the day-to-day, which a lot of people would fall in that category of, I'm not able to because, say, my body is stiff, my joints are, painful.
Yeah, so saying like what she's mentioned, being able to touch your toe is just critical, because you will at some point every day need to pick something.
Yeah.
You will need to reach over to grab something.
Yeah.
you will need to squat down if you're going to the washroom, for example, right? And so all these movements, which are human movements, need to be performed efficiently. However, there are factors that contribute to you not being able to do that. And so when you come in for like this stretch session, we have to do an assessment. I need to understand, what's your lifestyle like? Because from there, we're able to form the basis of why you are where you are at. And so the stretches will be done according to the specific needs, right? Now, in the assessment, if you're not able to squat, for example, and a number of things come into play. What is your ankle mobility like? What is your hip mobility like? What's your shoulder mobility? And I'm mentioning those particular 3 sections because they are literally part and parcel of where your human skeleton is. Your shoulders, your hips, your knees, your ankles are forming one structure. So if certain muscles are not able to move, then I'm able to see, is it your ankles that are off? Because again, like I mentioned, a number of factors for those who are sitting down for long, which is now an issue, an epidemic on its own. Your hips take a beating, right? Your knees will take a beating in following that, and plus the shoulders, because a lot of us, if you look at a lot of people right now, guys are falling forward.
Yes, we're not just sitting down, but we're sitting wrong.
Yes, and our phones are always here. And so even before someone starts to talk, I'm able to just look at you and tell, okay, I know what's happening.
Wait, so you're sitting there judging me the way I'm sitting here thinking I'm sitting like this, like this. No kidding.
But it's a noticeable habit. You know, we have come, as human beings, we have come from far. But then where we are at right now is it's a concern. But then the good thing is that now that we are aware, it's a question of how do we educate people to do better, move better, you know? And so even for postural alignment, stretching in particular ways, stretching particular muscles, will get you there.
Okay. And speaking of sedentary, let's stick with sitting for a second, right? Because like we said, most of us sit wrong, which is true. We admit we're always like this, you know, in the car with our phones. Don't talk to me. I'm busy on my phone. But we're hurting different parts of our bodies, right? So how, in terms of not the progression, but if we don't first of all, correct that, how bad can it get? Because a lot of people will associate, say, like stiff and painful joints with older people. Like that is the condition for the older people, not us. Okay? So can we talk about the different parts that we hurt every single day? And if we do not correct that, how bad can it get, say, in a few years to come?
Right now, because of the amount of hours people are doing, so let me come back to the sitting, the number of hours people are sitting. A lot of people start with the lower back, then the mid back. Then there's a lot of tension, headaches. When you start experiencing pain, you've gone way before. It's ahead. Like you need to come in. You're a case study. You know?
The need help soon.
Because the pain is your body trying to tell you, like, you are off.
Something's
wrong. Something is so wrong. You know? And so during the assessment, one of the things that for years I'm able to see is muscle imbalance. For example, you can ask this person to just have their hands up, and if you look at their, you'll find some people's leg is longer, slightly by a centimeter or two, or your shoulder, one arm is longer, and those particular pointers are able to tell me, okay, your pain is being referred from here, it's an imbalance issue, and then I'll guide you on what stretches to do. And if it's not a muscle flexibility issue, then you go back to strength. Because sitting for long hours also makes your glutes weak. And so your bum just gets weaker and weaker, and then you start folding and folding. Now, so what is happening is, us as human beings, we are folding forward way earlier than our grandparents. You know, they took longer. If they started folding forward in about 80, as in this generation, we are starting to see it way earlier in 40s, even 30s. And in fact, it's been confirmed from different assessment with children, right? Because they're always on their computers and games and all that. Even kids are showing it. And so by the time someone reaches 20 and they're not as active, they fold. Oof. And then the pains start, you know? And it's also back pains, shoulder pains, neck issues. Those are not good pains.
Yeah, and it's a common thing because even most of the time when we're doing the show, anytime we talk about back, you know, and whatnot, a lot of people would say, I have lower back pain or I have upper back pain, and it's very, very common. And sometimes probably it's the things that we do on a day-to-day basis that leads us to that, to that level of pain. When we talk about then stretching, it's not just for, again, you know, like we said, pre and post workout, but even when you're talking about strength training, we associate that with the gym and forgetting that there's some things that we do on a day-to-day basis that exposes us, you know, some of these conditions. Do you want to touch on that a little bit? Oh, we have like 30 seconds to go on a break. Can you do that? Or we take a break and then come back? Okay, so we'll come back and address that. But also, there's an aspect of sport, you know, for athletes, professionals, right?
Yes.
And also for the seniors as well. And then sedentary rehab, which you talked a little bit about, but again, we'll focus more on that as we continue with the conversation. So there's so much really to discuss on the other side of the break, but remember the question that we're asking you this morning, and that is, do you make time to stretch, or does your day run non-stop? Okay, do you make time to stretch, or does your day run non-stop? That is the question that we're asking you this morning at NTV Kenya across all board. Our WhatsApp number is 0112 500 400, or better yet, give us a call, you know, and we'll answer your questions, your concerns, you know, as far as pain, you know, management is concerned, mobility issues is concerned. The panel is here to answer all your questions. All right, so let's take a break. See you right after. Welcome back. Welcome back. Of course, the conversation still continues. It's like a whole other show during the break, but glad you're still with us. The conversation this morning is all about the art of stretching, and we're looking at flexibility, mobility, a whole lot of things, okay, as far as stretching is concerned. And like we said when we started the show, stretching goes beyond just lifting your hands up and, you know, and your legs and trying to do all this manner of things. There's so much, you know, that entails stretching, which we're learning today right here on the show. So stick around until the end. And if you have any other question, feel free to engage with us again at NTV Kenya, or use our WhatsApp number 0112 500 400 if you have any concern. And our panelists this morning will answer all your questions. But better yet, give us a call. We're live, okay? So, and ask all the questions and concerns that you have. But we also have a question for you this morning, and the question is very simple. Do you make time for stretch, or your day is like forever on the go? Yeah, you're constantly running around. Do you make time, you know, for stretch, or your day is literally on the go? You're running, you know, up and about all day, every day. We'll also be looking at your feedback. Just a reminder, the question is, do you make time for to stretch rather, or does your day run non-stop? That is what we're asking you this morning. We'll be looking at your feedback as we continue with the conversation. Matt, before we went to the break, there was that question about strength training and how important that is, because we associate that with those people who want to like lose weight and be firm and all those things, but there's so much, you know, associated with that. So do you want to just take us through that?
I think stretching, it applies to anyone and everyone that has muscles and joints. Okay. That's everyone. Unless maybe you were born a skeleton without joints. And So it's, like I just said, most people have the notion that stretching only applies for people that are like actively going to the gym. But if you're using your body, you're exposed to wear and tear. That's a guaranteed. Okay. Yeah, provided you're moving your joints, your muscles, there's a guarantee that you're exposed to the risk of wear and tear. Yeah. So stretching is more so a way to negate the effect of wear and tear over the long term. So yeah, I would say primarily yes. It's preventative, and it's for everyone. It's for children, for ladies, for guys. Most guys don't stretch.
Yeah.
Like if you go to the gym, you mostly find guys walking like robots, very stiff, chest up, posture good, but stiff joints.
Yeah.
So it's something that definitely everyone needs to just to reduce the risk of injury, and also to enhance the quality of life, because everyone wants to live long. But what's the point of living long if you can't move, you're in pain all the time, you're hunched over? So
wait, so what you're saying is when we see those guys, Johnny Bravo walking around like this, it's not like these guys is very
most of the times it's they don't stretch as much as they should.
Yeah, but why is it? Why don't like most guys stretch or like to stretch? You are guys, so you guys probably
traditionally,
stretch.
It boils down also to a bit of the fitness industry. When you look at the photos and the videos, all the way from guys like Arnold Schwarzenegger, the main focus has always been
aesthetics.
The big chest, arms, big legs, six-pack. That has been a notion passed generation to generation. And even when you look at most of our books that were done in school, a huge part was everything about either you want to buff up or you want to look very small. There was no in between. There was the focus of in between wasn't really given attention. And so it's only at some point in between the fitness industry that they realize, people, as we age, as we wear and tear, there's need to address certain aspects of how we are moving, how we are lifting. There has to be an efficiency around it. You don't want to be big and you cannot jump.
For example.
For example. Or you cannot squat all the way down. You don't want to be too big. You know that washroom, the one that has the Kahole traditional one that we've all gone through?
Yes.
If you are too big and you can't squat all the way down, there's questions to be answered. But then you see, when you look at the Asian community, like Japanese, Chinese, all that, you see the way these guys just sit all the way to the ground,
and,
effortlessly.
And they take tea like with they're bent all the way. Now that is very important. Strength happens. Strength is good, but I generally come from, and also as a person, as from an experience of a previous injury. One of those ego lifting, deadlift. You want to prove to your other men, I can do this, I can lift heavy. I pulled my back, and a good one. And I was out for like a week, a good week, and actually that is what triggered my journey.
Okay.
But that's that part of tradition. Tradition is what messed up a lot of men. But I can also just attest to that. There are men who are now opening up to that reality.
Okay.
It's only that when I get to start stretching them, you are. It's like you're moving that old furniture in your house that you never see. So it's dusty. So you start pulling someone and you're thinking you're gonna break them.
Okay. I mean it's true because when I think back and you look at how many men would stretch during our sessions, it's very very few would do that. Very few would do that. And they say it's weird to have someone else helping them stretch.
Yes, there's that too. The notion of a man stretching another man, I mean, if from the African setting, especially.
Right?
And even in the wellness aspect of massage, a man touching a man, we are. There's something that will still take time. It's a nut and bolt that needs oiling and more oiling because it's been there for the longest time. But it will get there.
We will get there.
We must get there.
We must get there. Education, awareness, we must get there so that we help as many people out there. Okay, so Nyorita, you said during the break that for you, it wasn't just not being able to touch your toe. It's also your posture, right? So I'm just curious about your life before, what were some of the things that probably, you know, led to all these issues, which I want to believe is also common to so many people, because like we said before we went on a break, one of the things is sedentary lifestyle, right? But for you, what are some of the things that you would say triggered this?
I think another thing I noticed, it was becoming difficult to walk in high heels, and I love high heels. God.
Okay.
It was becoming difficult to just go down staircases with them and come up staircases with them. You just feel really stiff. You feel like you're in pain. And I could wear them comfortably before. And then I was starting to get pain on my back. And I was wondering whether, because I was bigger, so my bosom was bigger. So I was wondering whether it was my bust. I even wanted to reduce my bust at some point. But it's so funny that all that pain, because I know a lot of women with back pain from their breasts, it can be solved with just being more mobile and having more strength in your muscles to hold your bust. So sometimes, I know there are some women who need bust reduction. I understand it, but I think one of the things we also need to look at is just stronger backs. Even as women, it helps to hold a lot. It helps to hold your front. You also notice men and women who don't have strong back muscles that are also just flexible also have a protruding belly. Sometimes your protruding belly is not really your belly. It's just your back is not strong and pliable enough to even just hold your frame. So I noticed I wasn't able to hold my frame in my 30s. And I said, hey, something is off with me. So maybe I need stronger muscles, or I just need to be flexible enough to pull my legs up a staircase with high heels. So many things, right?
Okay. And does it mean that, and especially for like strength training and conditioning, do I have to go to the gym for that to achieve that? Because, you know, like Nyorita says, we all need that. We need that strength to support our frame, right? Do I have to go to the gym to achieve that? Are there things that I can do?
Absolutely not. You can do it from the comfort of your own house. And when it comes to strengthening muscles, especially if your muscles aren't used to stimuli, by that I mean like you're not used to exerting your muscles, you could do it from the comfort of your house. Because your muscles aren't you're a complete beginner to exercise. And when you're at that stage, training is usually the easiest in the sense that even the smallest of activities feels strenuous for you. And straining, it may feel like straining, but that's how your muscles get strong. So you could do it from wherever. You could do a push-up from even right here. We can drop down and do 50 push-ups.
Hey, Salim, what is Salim or camera person? I just 50. No, I'm kidding.
You could do it from wherever. So when it comes to strengthening muscles, it shouldn't be limited to you going to the gym. And most people feel discouraged because not everyone can afford a gym membership.
That's true.
And most people just have that notion in their minds that, oh, I can't go to the gym. So because I can't go to the gym, I can't train. But there's always a way to maneuver.
During the second hour, you'll show us some of those moves that we can do probably at home to help in different aspects. Can we also talk about rehabilitation, which I think is where a lot of people and seniors maybe, you know, would fall into, and what that looks like, some of those conditions that probably you help with, especially with stretches.
Yes. This is the other component of what stretch therapy is about. Rehabilitation. For some time, I've been handling cases that are around post-surgical issues, for example. If you've had surgery, whichever part of your body, when doctors go in, there's a change in the tonation of your muscles. And so how you move that section or your body has to be addressed a little bit more differently now. Okay? Because even in healing, a scar tissue forms, right? And so there will be some limitation. Okay, so that is just one aspect of rehabilitation. People who get injuries in the gym based on their joints having been too tight to move efficiently, move a particular movement. Let me use the word like the one when you say push-ups. One of the things that is happening with a lot of men, that whole thing of doing push-ups, your shoulders get a beating. And it's when it's too consistent, they start developing pain around their shoulder joint.
Okay.
Right? And so this is a muscle, this is a joint calling for help. There are movements that we need to apply.
Okay.
There are equipments. I think I have one or two I will show later.
Yeah.
That one can also very much do, even at home, just to try and mitigate that. Rehabilitation also comes in with seniors, for example. If at the point where you are as a senior right now, and the things that are limiting you, you know, is your ankle, is your knee. It's unfortunate how sometimes the human body can disappoint you at the point of your life, you know, if certain decisions had not been made earlier. And so muscles and joints start to misbehave. But again, you see, when a baby is born, there's a way babies do things. And of course, in between a baby and your adulting, structures become more rigid. Your bones have to be stronger, your muscles have to move a bit more stronger. But as a child, as a baby, that component of being able to move and put your head on your head, on your leg on your head, that thing still stays with you. And that's why you see yogis, those who have done it for long, they're still able to do that. It shows the human body has the capacity to be able to do that even beyond your 50s, right? And so for those who have not been working out or have had a chance to know what exercise works for them, we are able to give them alternatives. Things like you said, just like the way you can strength training in the house, you can also stretch in the house. So there are movements that can help in fixing a lot of those things.
Can we talk about the how in just a sec? Because majority of us would believe the deeper you go or the more effort you put in until nisikie kakitu kapain hivi kadogo, that means it is working. So can we talk about some of the ways that probably we do it wrong that might lead to even further problems?
Yes. So your muscles start feeling the effect just about 45 to 60 seconds. The benefits start at the 60th second. What I see in different platforms, gyms and otherwise, guys, even from running, you just grab your leg, pull it, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 10. You just move. There's a way people just want to finish because it wasn't your main program. And so you've done your thing. This is not really it, but then it is the it, you know. And so one of the things that comes out in terms of how do you do this stretch? First of all, it shouldn't be jerky. It should be one of those where no. Your body, your muscles, especially if you're stiff, you need to start easy. Now, you also need to move up to a particular point of comfort. It should not be... I come from a school of thinking where if your body is already in pain or is asking for more mobility, attention, be gentle with your body. Because again, there are injuries that come from overstretching. You can easily tear your muscles. And the span of repair is almost equal to if you really hurt yourself in the gym. And so, yes, how do you stretch? No jerky movements. Be smooth about it. And then there's an aspect of breathing. Your muscles need oxygen. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation works best. You will find that if I stretched my shoulder, for example, up to that particular point, and I breathe through it, deep inhalation, deep exhalation, it just starts to move. It's a very interesting correlation between the breathing and how your muscles and your nerves connect to that, because your nervous system is now being calmed down.
Yeah.
Your body responds well when your nervous system is relaxed, right? And so, yes, no jerky movement, breathing, and particularly for if I had someone, a male who has not been stretching, if I'm stretching the shoulder, for example, let me just use the shoulder, we have to go through that joint, either different movements, and or if I'm picking one particular movement, we hold it for 60 seconds and you go through it 3 times.
Okay. I see that. And especially when you're talking about breath work, most of us, we hold our breath.
Oh, big time.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because we want to feel it. But no, you need to breathe, right?
Yeah.
You need to breathe even as you do the stretching. Can we talk about then the role of hydration? When it comes to still stretching, but even just like on a day-to-day basis, how important is hydration to assist in, say, our muscles, our joints as well? Because someone was saying our muscles are very stiff because we're not hydrating, okay? So I don't know who wants to tackle that. Do you want to take that? Hydration and why it's important?
Definitely, it's important. Mostly with detoxification. Because of course, if you're hydrating, it makes it easier for your body to release toxins through the natural detoxifying system. That's your lymphatic system into your kidneys, out through your bladder. So definitely. And what I usually see happen in the gym, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is most of the time if you're doing a stretch or if you're doing a particular exercise that involves a lot of pull or stretching, if you're not hydrated enough, you'd find you're exposed to the risk of getting muscle pulls or cramps. And I usually see that happen a lot.
Yeah.
And I usually just tell people, hey, it's because you haven't drunk water.
Yeah.
You just need to go and hydrate. Yeah. So it definitely helps. And well, I may be a bit biased because the gym is more so my space.
Okay.
If you're exercising, your body wants to cool your system down, and how it does that is through sweating. And if you sweat, you're losing water, and if you're losing water, you need to rehydrate just to replenish your stores. So yeah, it's definitely important.
I mean, we are 90% water.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
I see the doctor smiling here.
Yeah.
She drinks water.
How much? How much do you drink in a day?
Oh my gosh, I think people who know me tell me that every time I go somewhere, the first thing I'm asking for is water.
Can I have some water?
Imagine, yeah.
Water is life.
Water is life.
Yeah. Okay. And there's some things that probably mistakes that you did before that now you're like, ooh, yeah, what was that? And did it like sort of like cost you, in a second? Yeah.
When I was overweight, before I reached out to him, I was trying to lose the weight on my own. So I was doing a lot of jerky movements. So I really hurt this knee. And it took some time for it to heal. In fact, now I don't notice it. It started healing when I started doing exercises with a trainer, which is another thing I think they need to talk about. If you're heavy, please
Avoid high impact.
Hey, even if you want to lose that weight tomorrow, please, it will not, you will not lose that weight in that year. It can take almost 3 years, 5 years sometimes to get to the 3 years at least to get to the weight you want.
Most of us are looking at December like this, and we outside, and we need to have summer body, and we want to lose it
high impact. I was doing a lot of high impact.
Yeah.
I stressed my knees. We always take out our knees as women. I don't know about men, but women carry most of their weight on the knees, even men, but women do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I made that mistake of trying to overdo it by myself. I will tell any woman, please, if you want to lose weight, just ask, consult the experts.
Allow me to chime in.
Sure, yeah.
So something I usually see happen very often in the gym is, let's take, for example, you have an overweight male.
Yeah.
This guy is like 30 kgs overweight. And he's just seeing the doctor, and he's been informed that, hey, you need to...
Hypertension.
Yeah, you're exposed, like, you need to get serious about your health.
Yeah.
So, it's your first day in the gym, you're excited, and it's understandable. It's a fresh environment. the crowd is the right crowd. But I usually see people getting too excited, and in so being, you have a tendency to do too much too soon, and you can't go from 0 to 100 just like that. It's good to ease your way in, because what I usually see happen as well is you come into the gym, it's your first month, you're excited, your motivation is through the roof, you want to lose 20 kgs in a month, and then you start, whether or not you have a trainer, you start, but you go too fast, and then your body starts to complain. That's pain in your joints, and you also start to feel impatient. You feel like you're not making progress fast enough, because realistically speaking, progress doesn't come as fast as most people hope. Life would have been much easier for everyone, but it takes time. And I would say, if you're just starting, it's good to pay attention to the aesthetics. It's good to know how many kgs you want to lose or how many kgs you want to gain, but don't let it be your primary driver. I think the best space to be in would be to do it for your mental. Because training, like, it does wonders for your mental.
So self-confidence.
Absolutely. And it comes with time. So if you just take one foot in front of the other, just pace yourself, I think there'll be a higher chance you'll be able to stay consistent with the routine if you're more concerned about that, because the results will come either way. Like, if it comes in a year, if it comes in 2 years, and essentially, like, training should be a lifestyle you're trying to cultivate for the rest of your life.
It's not like you're having
exactly.
So, a specific window.
It doesn't matter if you lose the weight in a month or in 6 months or in a year, provided you lose it eventually, and you're able to get yourself to the mind frame of, I'm training because I like how it makes me feel. I like how strong I'm getting, and you just start to notice that. If you're trying to lose weight, the weight just comes off, and you're not necessarily too concerned about how stepping on the scale every day. You just wake up one day, and you notice that you've made progress.
There's something. Something has happened. I really like that. Like, the motivation or the why you're doing this helps you to either stay consistent or not. Okay, we're due on a break, but let's take a look at what you guys have to say on our WhatsApp number 0112-500-400 on the question that we're asking this morning, and that is, do you make time for stretch, or is your life constantly on the go? Do you make time to stretch, or does your day run non-stop? Okay, let's see what some of you have to say. Okay, so this one says, okay, can we just start from where? Okay, they're talking about, please talk about postpartum. I think if we could remove the graphic so that we see what the person is saying. Says, please talk about postpartum and stretching. Okay, and then another one says, and this one says, I used to walk a great distance when working in Ngong and living in Kiserian. Nowadays, I don't exercise in any way. This is John Omondi from Manyala Butere. Okay. And then this one says, I'm 51 years young. Okay. Suffered a meniscus tear last year. Repair was done, but I'm not able to squat all the way down as I used to. Am I helpable? This is Asigo. Okay, so those are two questions. And then this one says, can a pregnant woman try stretching, or it might cause some damage? Okay, so we'll answer that after the break so that we don't rush through that. But hey, if you have any other question, feel free to engage with us either on our WhatsApp number or on our digital platforms, and that is at NTV Kenya. Let's take a break, and then when we come back, we'll also show you some of the stretches that you can do at home, but also what these guys do, okay, on a day-to-day basis. Stay with us.
Relax and breathe. Keep the knee locked, straight out.
Okay, that's Gadi. That's Gadi doing his things fast. Stretches are concerned. It is very interesting because during the break, there's a comment that I think Nyorita. No, it's you, Gadi, who made, and I'm like, you're able to tell when someone has not hydrated just based on the stretches.
Their muscles
which is
become
very
so tight.
Yeah.
And it's like their bodies will be fighting you in the process.
Yeah.
Because if I lift your leg up and you are as relaxed as possible,
Yeah.
I need to be able to be very smooth in the feeling.
Okay.
Right? And so as we continue doing all those movements,
Yeah.
just to warm you up on the joints and to hear. You see, as I do all these movements, I'm also listening to if there's any, we call them crepiters, like sounds around your joints. And so that tells me, first of all, you haven't been hydrating well. Okay. Also, there could be a number of factors that could cause that.
Yeah.
Yes. And so if I find that is tight, I'm able to now start thinking ahead on what movement I'm going to have to apply.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Okay.
In this case right now, first, and that's what I was saying, like the how to stretch. If this is tight, for example, when you come in, and you can also do this at home just against a wall. Okay. Right? So just push my hand. So as she's doing this, this is called proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation, so PNF, something in the fitness world. Yeah. But as she's doing this, you're working against a muscle against another muscle for one to work to release the other. Okay. Antagonist, agonist, right? Relax now, relax. And you'll find, like even right now, I can see, as she's doing that, her leg wants to straighten some more. So take a deep breath, then point your toes towards you, then push my hand again. And it's also some work on us, because you are now the pivot point.
Okay.
Deep breath, push, push, and relax. So if I come back to just testing how efficient our hip is, you can notice it's opening up a little bit more. Yeah. Right? And so this is one of the structural ways to do that. However, as time has gone by, one of the ways we try to make it more efficient, smoother, more relaxing, is the usage of like my kikoi here. Okay. And so, and also for those men, for example, or women who do not really appreciate touch. Contact, yeah. Because contact is something that we need to ask way before. Oh, consent. And so consent is key. Okay. And so still, I'll be able to deliver the same effect if I just now have to apply cloth. Okay. And so
any material, any fabric?
The kikoi is enough of a fabric. It needs to be firm. It's to be tight enough. It needs to be tight. Not
stretchy.
Yep.
Okay.
And so I work with the breathing. So at this point, on exertion, so inhale at this point, and then as I extend the muscle, she breathes out. Okay. And so, like I mentioned earlier on, when we are trying to work on your mobility, and I need you to work around 60 seconds plus, so I can choose to walk around the movement a couple of times. So by the time it's 45, that joint has really gotten what it needed. Yeah. Right?
And a question, yeah? So if, say, it was stiff, okay? How far would she be able to go or not to go? Because I know probably she does stretching all the time, so her joints, her muscles are a bit flexible. Yeah. But for someone who's not done stretches, how do you know? Are there movements that are limited? To what level can they go? To what level can they not go?
Yes. So, again, let me use this one. So, at this point, I'm just checking out the hip flexor. Okay. Okay. And the tonation of the hamstring, right? A lot of people will end up here. Ah, okay. A lot of people. This will be their degree. However, the way the hip joint is structured, it's a ball and socket joint. It needs to be able to move minimum 90 degrees. Okay. minimum. Like if worst case was, you need to be here.
Okay.
As much as you can,
right.
with a straightened leg. Now, for those who have been working to make sure their mobility and flexibility is in check, they would surpass and go farther.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And it's the same thing with checking out their inner thigh. Okay, because what we call the adductors, okay, they play a key role in how your knee stability is going to be. They play a key role in how your joint also moves from a lateral angle, because there will be movements in our lives where we need to take something or jump or dance, moving the body in a lateral position. These muscles play a key role. Now, so yes, again, so how much can you bend your knee, right? It needs to surpass at least the 90-degree mark if I was to check you like that. Right? So bending it a little bit more, okay? So if this was a standing position, this will be the person, okay? Your ankle needs to come and touch your bum, at least.
Okay. Most people come out somewhere.
Yeah, there's a mark that is missing in between there. Yes.
Okay. I see that. All right. There are the movements, and also just let us know what is it that you're checking, you're feeling, you're listening to. Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, when I'm coming from this angle, for those who are sitting for many hours and they're starting to complain about their back issues, I have to check their bum, the hip area. Okay. And so in this particular angle, I'm trying to really elongate the muscles of the bum. The bum is a very complex muscular area. It's the strongest, thickest in your body because it's central. It is literally central to your upper body and your lower body. It's cutting in between and has to balance.
It supports both.
It supports both angles. And so it takes a beating. And sitting and standing and walking, whichever movement you're doing, every day your bum will be working every time. And so in this point, I'm trying to just, first of all, in the introduction, I need to just move according to the pain threshold of the person. For those who haven't really been stretching for the longest time, you can't even go past this angle. You'll see it in their faces, sometimes they sweat. And so I have to hold and allow them to breathe and feel. Because by the time I'm coming back for like a third round, then you see they're able to extend a bit more. Now, because of how the structure of your glute muscle and your hamstrings are structured, it's important to try and increase the angle. It makes it a bit more deeper.
It also looks painful.
Pain will be experienced to an extent. But it's heavily dependent on how tight were you. Right? And so that's why after we've done a session, I'll recommend that I see you maybe after a week. But in between, quote-unquote homework, stretch homework, you need to be able to do that. So by the time I see you next, we'll be able to remember. If you had started here, then we're seeing it coming. We're seeing it coming. Because just like strength training, you need to show up. Same for your stretch work, right? And so just sit up and show something. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So if you just sit facing this side. That's just a bit of what we check with the lower body. But when you come to the upper body, which is even more critical, matters shoulders, hands going up. So this is one area, one assessment we have to do to just look at how are your shoulders performing, right? In this position, I'm able to see what is the difference in terms of distance from the ears to your arm. You'll find that for those who are having issues, one side will be closer to the ear
than the other.
Yes.
And it's not like you're pushing your hand to the ear, no.
No. And in fact, for those who don't, there are a number of factors there. So if you're not stretching enough, or you're sitting a lot, or you are always folded a lot, or you have an injury that just showed up, this will be you, or this.
Okay. I see.
When you look at the creases of the shoulder, okay, so right now she has a top, but in the office we tend to look at the crease of the shoulder needs to be equal.
Okay.
When you fold your arms, you're able to see lines.
Okay.
The lines will always be equal. But if one side is having issues, you will be able to see. Now, also, there are a number of people who, when they try to lift this up, their head stays here. They just cannot surpass that degree of angle.
Okay.
Now, yes, this ideally should be you, okay? And when you look at the person from this angle, you're able to see is one of the things you get to notice is the neck tends to come a little bit more higher on one side. Okay. If there's an issue, if there's tightness, your traps, they call it traps, trapezius, yeah? If there's an imbalance, pain will always be triggered by an imbalance, okay? And so then, it being a ball and socket joint, okay, we also have to check on how is your scapula performing. So there are a number of things that we'll do even from here.
Yeah.
So, first thing is first, interlock your fingers, okay? Now, even from here, I have to move your whole body, yeah? Your spine has to be moved in ways that allows the spine to relax. One of the main key things that we never ignore is the fact that you are one unit. So even if I'm going to address your shoulders, I have to address the whole chain.
Yeah, it's not isolating.
It's not isolating.
Yeah.
Just relax, and just breathe and move with me. Deep inhalation, deep exhalations. Relax your legs, affirm them. And even in these rotations,
ooh, yeah.
that click. So when joints start to open like that, one knows that they were starting to stiffen up, or they may be, they might have slept wrongly. Take a deep breath, keep your legs firm. Deep inhalation and deep exhalation.
Wow. It's like she's almost standing all the way to... Okay.
So you see, for her, she's now able to twist a little bit more. A lot of people are not able to do this.
Yes.
And this tends to be also very important for golfers, because you need to really swing it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
1 second.
Wow. Okay, you're doing well, Yorita. You're doing
Move
very
back
well. I don't think I would even be like, hey, no, watch out.
Hands behind her. She's a good student.
Right?
Yeah. Take a deep breath.
Okay.
Inhale. Exhale. And so in this particular movement, because you see your body is allowed to rotate, to bend to the side, okay? And as I do this, you're trying to open up the muscles around your rib cage area. This allows people to be able to breathe better.
Okay.
Sometimes the stiffness around your thoracic region, which is like your mid-back area, when these muscles are too tight, when you ask this person to breathe, they do...
Yeah.
Their lung capacity is so small. And so from... You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that is one trigger that we're able to look at and say, okay, your breathing is telling me that on top of you're not taking water enough, it tells that your body is very tight. Okay? Now, because we're also trying to relax the nervous system, because if your nervous system, 1 second, if your nervous system is not really as relaxed, even in the stretching, it becomes harder. But then that is informed with what your body has been through for the longest time. You know? One of the things that we never ignore again, emotions. Emotions play a key role. You know? In the psychology, all this trauma and all that, it plays a very key role on how your body... You know the way some people, the day or one time you feel like you want to slap someone, but then you restrict yourself, you already clenched, you want to slap. But then if the movement is caught, that energy is stored. And so it's still within you, right? And so when we come back to trying to address anxiety, for example, this movement, for example, it questions on trust.
Okay.
But then it's you training your nervous system to be able to relax.
To relax and be calm.
So,
yeah.
just come with me. Inhale. It takes a lot for someone
yes.
to trust you enough
that you will still
that I'm going to hold you, you know?
Yeah.
Breathe. But then in the process, I'm really opening up your spinal muscles. I'm opening up your shoulder,
Yeah.
you know? You know? And so, just keep it.
Okay.
And even just come back. Now, have your hands straighter, Allowing the person to just lean back.
Ah, okay.
So
I'm
you're
sure it
forming
feels
a
really
trust.
good on that.
Oh yes, at this
Yeah.
point, you'll start feeling your body is opening, your back is feeling so good. It's a whole healing process, by the way.
Yeah,
Yes.
I see that. I see that. Okay, you want to show us a little bit of some of the things that people can do at home, stretches, very quickly before we go on a break, and then when we come back, we'll still do more stretches. And especially for people, say, who suffer from arthritis, right? And they need help because already there is pain. So then how do you help them to, you know, deal with like pain, generally pain management, right?
Yes.
But are there some stretches that people can do at home? And what are those, depending on where someone is? Because we have seniors, we have people who are trying to deal with their pain, and some who just want to stretch. Yeah.
Okay, so when it comes to stretching, the goal is to move within a range of motion that your body allows.
Okay.
You don't want to overdo it, but you also don't want to underdo it.
Okay.
And just like Gardy said initially, he said that you could hurt yourself from overstretching.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's good to be aware of which exact muscles you're stretching and how much range of motion your body allows.
Okay.
And you just try and work within that range.
Okay.
Yeah. So easy.
Okay.
So basically,
Is it easy that I can do?
yeah, let's do it together.
Okay,
Let's
cool.
do it together.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so let's just say you woke up like 10 minutes ago.
Okay.
You got out of bed, maybe went and made your cup of coffee. Then now you at least you're a bit more awake, and you want to like just get your body moving. One thing you could do is stand with your feet together.
Okay. Oh, fit together. Like that?
Toes pointed forward. And then get your arms up over your head. It's like you're yawning. Reach up as high as you can. And then down to your toes. Then back up. You want to make it nice and slow. Make sure you're not holding your breath like we said initially. Maximize your range of motion. Reach up as high as you can. Reach down as low as you can. This you can repeat for 8 to 12 reps, making it slow.
And there's a way
And
you're
comfortable.
hinging. There's a way you're hinging forward. That is not the kawaida way we do it.
How?
There's a way like you go like
Well,
like you.
yeah. Well, I'm sure everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Like when you're leaning over, you want to try and you keep your knees straight, but you also keep your back straight. So that needs you to push your hips out. So that's like this.
Because us we're just like right?
Yeah.
We do that. We're like, but that's not right. So it's like,
Gentle.
right? Okay.
Yeah. So another stretch you could do. I want you to get on one knee like this. This stretch is called the world's greatest stretch.
Okay.
For a reason. You're about to find out.
All right.
So
Praying for myself.
1 foot forward.
Okay.
Then your other feet on the inner side of the foot that's forward.
Okay.
Then you want to try and get your other knee off the ground. Okay. Then your right arm goes up like this. Try to reach as high as you can. Lovely.
Ooh.
Then reach down to the side. Go as low as you can.
Oh, I forgot Nashida.
It's a nice one. So this, if you repeat for, again, 8 to 12 reps, you find that it gets easier
Oh, yeah.
as you go. And you just start to feel your body open It's a nice way to start your day, honestly.
It actually feels really good.
Yeah. And there's something that's called mind-muscle connection.
Ooh, yeah.
So this usually helps establish mind, especially like if you're preparing for a gym session and for example you want to go and train legs, you know which particular parts of your legs you want to stretch. So if you're doing the hip flexor stretch, in which case you try and push your knee in front of your toe line, keeping your foot flat, you feel the stretch in your hip flexor. So if you're aware, you try and push forward, feel it, then rock back.
And then,
and it gets easier as you go.
And I think this is where a lot of us want to go deeper, because we want to really feel the stretch. But if you do it wrongly, you might end up hurting yourself.
Exactly,
Okay, this actually feels good. It really does feel
a hip
good.
flexor stretch. Also something else you could practice, I don't think we could do it right here. It's called the Superman stretch. So for that you'll need to be lying flat on the ground, holding your arms forward. Then you just get your both arms and legs up at the same time. You squeeze your glutes in your lower back and then relax.
It's not easy. I've actually tried it. It's not, okay. Do you want to just show us as we go on a break?
Well,
as I stretch this other side.
For this, I'll need to be flat on the ground.
Okay. Do you want to come like a little bit forward?
Okay.
Yes.
So this is it. You hold your arms forward. Squeeze your glutes lower back. Hold it for 1 or 2 seconds. Back down. So initially you're asking how to strengthen your muscles from the comfort of your own home. This works. It's a nice one for your lower back. It's also a nice one for your back and your glutes.
Okay, I see that. It looks easy
it's
the
not
way you
easy.
do it, but it's not.
It's not easy. If you can see, I'm sweating.
It's not easy. So if you're doing it at home and you're not sweating, you're doing something wrong. Okay. Any other move that we can take as we go on a break?
Hold your arms up like this.
Okay.
We're doing the shoulder corkscrew stretch.
Okay.
So inward rotation on one side, out on the other.
Hey, coordination.
This is how I know if you can dance or can't dance. Then alternate.
Okay.
So you just keep it nice and slow.
I see my hands, like I'm looking at my hands, and yours are very, very,
well,
and mine is like...
You get better as you practice.
Gary's like, I see the problem.
I'm looking,
you get better as you practice. So...
Okay. My hand, one is... Okay.
And there's a bunch more stretches to do. There's like for every muscle there's a way you can stretch it.
Okay. All right. Let's take a break. Since it tukiendelea ku stretch, okay? But when we come back, we'll also answer your questions. I know there are questions asked on WhatsApp. We'll be answering them when we come back from the break. Do stay with us. There's so much to come on the other side. Do not miss out.
Good Lord. Hey.
Welcome back to the show. Yes, we are stretching today, we're learning today, and we're also getting to experience what the art of stretching really looks like and what it does to our bodies. And like I said, if you are watching us at home, I really hope that you're doing it as well, okay? And, he showed us some of the exercises that you can do at home, a few minutes, say, in the morning or in the evening as well, right? Before bed, to at least help your body, calm your nervous system, as well. It's really good, okay? But let's answer a few questions. There were some that were asked on our WhatsApp number, 0112-500-400, and also in response to the question of the day, and that is, do you make time to stretch, or does your day run non-stop? Okay, do you make time to stretch, or does your day run non-stop? Let's see what people are saying on WhatsApp, and also answer some of the questions that were asked earlier on. This one says, good morning. Continues to say, after how long, says, good morning. After how long do I start my stretching after a laparoscopic surgery? Okay. And then can we maybe answer that so that we don't lose out on the question? So probably, Gary, because I know you talked about surgery a little bit and how long it takes before someone eases into stretching. So probably just answer that very quickly, and then we take another one.
Okay, so for people who have gone through some surgical procedure, first things first, we need to work with their doctors, okay? Because sometimes one of the things you realize is a scar can heal, but underneath your tissues is not fully healed. So normally, if it's anything abdominal per se, we have to give it 6 to 8 or 12, depending on what has been done.
Okay.
But then again, for most of those surgeries, it has to be in coordination with the doctors.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So they guide that
on how soon you can start doing exercises and whatnot. Okay, let's take another question on the WhatsApp number. I know there's a question on pregnancy and stretches, but also this one says, how does starch intake during pregnancy affect healthy weight gain for both the mother and the baby? And what types of stretches should pregnant women starches, sorry. And what types of starches should pregnant women eat to support energy needs without causing excessive weight gain or blood sugar spikes? And also continues to ask, how does the body's insulin response to starch during pregnancy? And what impact, right? And continues to say, and what impact does that have on maternal weight gain and gestational diabetes risk? I'll be thankful. And then says, lastly but not least, how can a pregnant woman balance her starch intake to provide enough energy for the baby while maintaining a healthy weight? I know this is a nutritionist question.
That's a nutritionist question, very deep.
Yeah, but you guys work with nutritionists as well, right?
Yes.
So probably you do. Okay. Do you want to like recommend, probably say something on the same? Because you're a doctor, right?
Yes, and I do a lot of women's health. I think the problem we have with nutritional medicine is it's done specifically to the weight you are at. So it's so difficult to answer a question if you can't see the person.
Yeah, okay.
If your needs for food are different from his, different body builds, different BMI, different physiological state. She's in a different physiological state. That's why it will be best if she seeks counseling physically. It's difficult to tell somebody what to eat if you don't even know what they look like.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, because sometimes, even though somebody is pregnant, you want to put them on a bit of a deficit because we also have a misinformation where we tell women to just eat at the expense of what we call glycemic index. So we need to actually just counsel her to go physically for a registered dietitian, clinical nutritionist in a hospital. It's a small fee. They do some weights, they know the stats, then they give the nutrients according to her current statistics.
I see. Okay, that's fair, really fair. Okay, let's see any other question that we have, because there was the other question. I think it's the same person who still asked on the pregnancy question, so I hope you've been answered. This one says, stretching is for the chosen few. I cannot be touching somebody's wife. Okay, what are you saying? What we talked about earlier on, right? I cannot be touching somebody's wife's leg like that. You can. No, but what you talked about, professionalism and trust as well. Yeah, okay. And then someone says, is it allowed for people who have undergone hip replacement surgery to do hip stretches, and to what extent?
Right, so with hip surgery, it depends on what has been done.
Okay.
Right? Because what has been done will guide us to what degree your hip joint is able to move. Okay. And so, depending on also where you are at, but though for any joint surgery, it's important that you start your healing journey very early in terms of how to move that particular joint.
Okay. So
yes. And so, if it was a hip joint, again, it depends on what exactly was done, right? So I'll only pick you up once we've again consulted your doctor. It's a good to go. Get the clearance, and then again. So with the hip joint, remember the hip moves in very many different directions, right?
Yes.
So once we are able to see you and see what the limitations you're having, then I'm able to know, okay, so if this is the match percentage you can acquire at this particular point, then if I start stretching you, or if I start guiding your stretch work, I'll say, okay, let's start with that amount of degree.
Okay.
You stay there for day 1, day 3. We build up on it.
I see.
So again, it depends on what was done. So because a surgery can be minor, can be major, right? And so each one of them affects your degree of movement to a particular point.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Gadi. And then let's see another one. The question. Okay. So this one says, greetings, Lubembe. Kim, this is Kim from Karen. As my daily routine, I'd prefer walking around the hood and back. Some think I am mad, but I know what I am doing. It helps a lot because the gym premium rates are a pain in the yes. And then continues to say, as for stretching, maybe nikiwa kwa hizo walks. Sasa shida huwa na feel English. Yeah, they feel dizzy when they're stretching as they stretch. Yeah. So what advice would you give him? Because unasema si atusomi nini yake. Tumesoma.
People, when they start feeling dizzy during stretching, is the limitation of breathing.
Yeah.
Your muscles are not getting enough oxygen stimuli to pass the whole message.
Okay. Okay.
It's something to do with their breathing. If they just breathe a bit more deeper, okay, and also when they're stretching, try as much as possible not to lean forward. If you're coming from an activity, whether it's walking or running, right, or even lifting, that sudden shift from point A to point B, or even that, you need to calm down.
Okay.
There's the cool down aspect where he mentioned somewhere in between of strength, whether it's starting with the stretching here or here. There's a cool down aspect of it. Okay, if I came from a 5-kilometer walk, I need to come and just chill, breathe a little bit before I start the stretch work. Okay. Right, and then again, what am I stretching? Okay, so if I'm going to stretch stretching my quad, for example, I just stay here and just breathe deep. Take your time. Okay. Yeah. And if it's something that is continuous, then it's very important that you also start thinking about seeing a doctor. If it's something that is continuous, because then it could also be a blood pressure issue. So there are factors to be considered around such issues, particularly dizziness in stretching.
Yeah. Would you advise probably for them to just go get checked, maybe, you know, because like you said, there could be something. Daktari ameamka. Like, yeah, I can do that. Because probably, no, it's okay. Like there could be something else. Because like you said, there are different factors that might be leading to them feeling dizzy while stretching after a walk, right?
Yeah, because in the world of stretching, you're supposed to be very relaxed. Your body is supposed to be coming down like, I just want to relax. Yeah. So if there are any other things that are coming into play, and so fair enough, even if people come to us for this particular service, we have to go through a thorough assessment. Okay. Yeah, those are the questions we ask. What's your blood pressure like? Do you have a history of that? The questions that would easily come out from a doctor's office are asked here, right? And so when I'm dealing with you, again, because it has to be a tailor-made approach,
not one.
Those factors have to be considered.
I see that.
Yeah, allow me to chime in. So the listener, well, reading the question, well, I'm assuming, they said something about walking and because gym rates or gym premiums aren't
they aren't favorable to
for everyone. Yeah, so walking is, in my experience, walking is just as effective for staying in shape as going to the gym. It just narrows it down to how often are you walking. And walking doesn't necessarily need to mean you take a whole hour or two out of your day to make time for it. It could be just intentionally doing more steps in the house. And it makes such a difference, you have no idea. Because on average, like your averagely active individual does give or take between 4,000 and 7,000 steps a day. But if you just so happen to increase your step count, even if it's within your own house, you find that in a day you're knocking out an extra 500, 1,000 steps. And it compounds. It compounds. Because if you do it every day, in a week, that's an extra at least 3,500 steps. In a month, it's like, and it compounds, and you find in the long term you're able to stay in shape. and
healthy.
And healthy, yeah, and moving. Because
we're getting your body to move.
We're supposed to move. Our bodies are like we're designed to. We're supposed to move. Yeah. So stretching also applies to even if it's something as minimal as walking. Yeah, pre. And post.
Yes. Okay. All right. Let's see. The other question that we have. I also know there were questions asked previously. Probably Philip, we might go back to those. But let's answer more. So this one says, I like the teaching of body stretching. I'm elderly with pains in parts of my body. I'd like to get the instructor, what's his name, phone number, and where they are located. Okay. Can we do that before we end the show, right? So we answer as more others than we'll give. Says, good morning, good stuff. Can you give the contacts? Okay, very nice. Yeah, we will give the contacts. And then can we go to the other one? This one says, can someone with asthma do those stretches? The show is amazing. Thank you. And then can we also answer this one that says, hello NTV, talk about knots and, okay. Okay, all right, yes. So I think, Dr. can someone with asthma do stretches?
Actually, I think the biggest misconception with health is people thinking that when you have an illness or a surgery or something that disables you, you can't go into mobility and strength conditioning. In fact, the faster you go into it with a gentle trainer, the faster your body heals from anything. We found that people with muscle also heal cancer faster.
Really? Cancer. Wait, say that again. Yeah?
Yes, if you have muscle, you heal any disease faster than anybody else.
Oh, wow.
And if you want to build good muscle, you need a partnership between the trainers who give you the strength and the person who fixes your mobility, because you can't build good muscle without mobility. That's why some people also use steroids, because they're trying to go faster than their body can go.
I see.
So yeah, muscle is life.
They say muscle is the organ of longevity.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That is so true. So anybody can do any exercise, any stretching. It's required to heal.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so even if I just jump on that one, is the fact that the way she's mentioning, the faster you go into it, and if you are guided well, asthma will not necessarily be an impediment, especially when it comes to matters of stretching. Remember, at this particular time, we are also guiding you on how to breathe. And asthma is a breathing issue, right? And so as I guide you to just breathe and you learn, and as you understand your body during the whole process, eventually in the long run, you are really able to manage yourself better.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Before we answer more questions, there was a question of the contacts. Do you want to give that now, and then we do a little bit more stretches?
Yes. Stretch Therapy Kenya is currently based at the VMX gym. This is at Village Market. We'll soon be opening up another studio in Westlands, just to allow people to have more reach.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so VMX.
VMX gym at the Village Market.
The Village Market.
Floor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Contact. Do you want to give the contact?
You can reach us out on Stretch Therapy Kenya, either on email. We are very much active on Instagram. Yes.
Okay.
Should I give the phone number?
Yes, because that is what they were asking.
Okay, so the number would be 0759 955 038.
Okay. Once again, do you want to repeat it?
0759 955 038.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Okay. And then there was a question on someone who probably struggles with joint pains, and maybe they'd want to do stretches. Are there ways that you can guide them by, because already pain is there, right?
Already pain is there, yes. So when they come to us, before I would give them a set of exercises or stretches to go through, I need to have you in contact. I need to see what is your percentage in regards to how far are your limitations at that particular moment, right? And so, and then from there, it makes it easier for someone to now give you the whole buffet of stretches to work around with.
Okay.
Yes, someone has to see what's happening with your body,
Yeah.
you know, and understand your lifestyle. You know, if I know how you move, you know, you can have joint issues, but is it being triggered from your work? Is it a genetic thing? Is it from coming from injury? Those are factors that needs to come into play before I say, okay, lift your hand to your head, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's a question on postpartum. Probably you might want to take that because someone was asking, can they do stretches? I think, if I remember correctly, can they either work out or stretch? And what does that look like postpartum? But also, do you want to couple that with, say, women who after delivery, they're done with taking care of the baby and they want to tone, you know, and go back to their old self? Are there ways that probably they can do it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like dealing with the populace that, let's say you're dealing with ladies that, just like you said, are done with the whole process of delivering and close that chapter.
Yeah.
The same concept applies to everyone. If you're trying to lose weight, if you want to reduce your body fat percentage, you need to create an energy deficit. So you need to eat at a calorie deficit. That basically means you're expending more energy than you're getting.
Okay.
It's the only way to lose weight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exercise, moving, that just makes it easier. But if you're not eating at a calorie deficit and you're trying to lose fat, you'll be taking one step forward and another
like
step back.
15,000
You won't be
back.
progressing as fast as you should in the event you're eating at a calorie deficit.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when it comes to matters stretching prenatal, if someone was already exposed to exercise way before, your body gives you an advantage. But it doesn't mean that if you have not exercised, you cannot stretch, because then as the baby grows, a lot of things are happening to a woman's body. Oh my God.
Yeah, the changes, the hormones.
The changes are massive and intense and all that. There will be pains and discomforts on the hip area as it expands, your back, you know. I hope that at some point, structures will allow women to be able to given exercises and mobility stretching exercises to support the process. But yes, it is very safe for a pregnant woman to stretch.
Okay.
There are set exercises, stretch exercises for pregnant women, for seniors, for people in sports, for people who just want to release anxiety. And that's why I'm saying, like, from the first consultation, we'll be able to tell, where are you? And this is what I'm going to give you. And this is what we expect in the end.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait, I remember there was a question on someone who says, I'm 51 years young, and they asked about, I can't remember, and they said, am I helpable? I don't know, Philip, if we can get that question, but yeah.
There was that question.
Right?
She tore her knee meniscus.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and she had the surgery done.
Oh, yes. In fact, when it comes to matters of meniscus, you're told something, that now becomes, it's one of our fortes, right? Because now it borders a bit of physiotherapy world. But then again, yes, just like surgery, your knee has to undergo certain exercises, and because the limitation will have been formed, you're either not able to flex or extend, right? Okay. Your knee is not able to move in manners that it was able to, and yes, there are things to be done to assist.
Okay, I see that. The contacts were given. You know where they, you can get them, but I think we'll do that as we end the show. And Yorisha, for someone who's watching us and thinking, okay, I mean, we have seen, okay? Are there changes that you have noticed over time, once you started? Because like I said, how many years?
I've been working with Gadi 4 years now.
4 years now, yes. What are some of the changes that you have noticed, just to, encourage people who are watching us today to be like, I see mnafanya tu hivi, na hivi.
They mentioned mental wellness. Yeah. Like, even in my career as a medical doctor, I find that people who are consistently moving, life a good life requires motion.
Yeah.
So I find that people who maintain healthy motion have also healthy emotions.
Ooh,
because
okay.
that thing we were talking about, muscles release good hormones. When you stretch them, you strengthen them. So you constantly have good hormones, and good hormones also heal the body. If you're unwell and you are releasing good hormones, they go to places of your body that are unwell and heal them.
Yeah.
So I'm in much better health when I got into fitness and mobility.
Yeah.
Like, just generally, I have a really good mental space. I'm very self-confident. I really had low self-confidence about my general appearance. It's natural.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yeah, my self-confidence has peaked. I can climb stairs, I can dance, I can
you wear
things
your
in the
heels?
house, I can wear my high heels, I have no limitations. So thank you. It's just a holistic change.
Yeah.
I eat better now so that I can facilitate my muscles
Yeah.
to do the things they tell me to do.
Yeah.
So I had to see a nutritionist, which is something most women don't do.
Yeah.
So that I can build the energy I needed for this. It's just a good change.
It's a holistic, change. Okay, and you look absolutely great. You really do look great. Yeah. Okay, so do you want to just take your parting shot as far as people who are watching us and thinking, okay, fine, I want to try. Where do I start? Very quickly, like 30 seconds.
So if you want to get into the whole, let me call this the fitness arena, just like I said earlier, you don't want to just jump into it and take your time, pace things out. If you don't have that much experience with exercise, you don't need to head straight to the gym immediately.
Yeah.
You could start slow. It could be as simple as walking a lot more than you normally do, and stretching. Then you'll just start to notice that your body adapts. Yeah, because like I said earlier, your body adapts to whatever you expose it to. Okay. As your body adapts, then you could start going to the gym. Even as you're starting the whole gym process, it's good to take your time. I know sometimes we get excited. But then you also want to be smart in how you head into
it. Okay. Okay.
Work with a trainer if you need to, and pace yourself.
Pace yourself. Okay. In 10 seconds before we're kicked out of the studio. Sorry, Philip. Just 10 seconds, and also just
10 seconds.
Where they can get you. Yes.
Stretch therapy is key as a preventative and a curative aspect of your wellness.
Okay.
So come on board.
Yeah, I like that. All right, short and sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dorita. Thank you, Gadi and Lionel as well. Thank you so much for coming by today and helping us really understand the art of stretching. And if we've not answered your question, please just forward them to us or send them to the contact that Gadi gave you and get all the answers that you need. But most importantly, let's get moving, okay? My name is Winnie Lubembe. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you tomorrow right here on Your World on Trendy Thursday. Until then, stay safe and keep moving. Goodbye.